Being a light worker, a light leader, getting your message out, assisting the collective in this ascension process is an absolutely amazing and beautiful thing, not without its challenges. I've encountered many along my journey, a lot of times where I found myself scratching my head thinking, should I continue with this? But it's all for your growth. In this video, I want to dive into some of the things that have happened to me, what I've experienced, and how you can use those experiences. You're going to encounter some similar types of things and really grow and expand from it. Before we dive into this video, I want to give a shout out to my super thanks subscribers. Peaceful Heart, Sean Leprechaun, C-Dub, Richard Fraser. I am so grateful. Much love to you all. Again, so much gratitude. Thank you so, so much. When I started this journey, I felt like, I had this big expansion happening, but yet there was a hesitation to step out. And I started to do it very slowly. I'd stick my foot in the water and kind of gauge the temperature, start with social media, start to do some little posts here and there. I remember for like the first year, I wouldn't even show my face. When I would even have work with coaching clients, I'd do it over a free conference call app. I didn't do it over Zoom. So I went through a lot of those experiences myself. One of the biggest things that I encountered were comments that were not so supportive, negative type comments. And that was really tough to take. I remember in the beginning, I'd get these comments and I would feel so deflated. Now, some of those comments were just absolutely crazy. I look back at them now and I laugh. One person I remember called me, said I looked like smushy white bread. That's probably my favorite one. Hilarious. At the time, I was really taken back by it. Really, really weird. It makes you feel self-conscious and it wants to shrink you back into that little box. And that's the type of stuff we need to lean into. I've had a lot of people that are really deep into religion calling me demonic, opening up demons in these portals and negative things to come forward. Someone just today called me ignorant and stupid. Okay. Another time I was called a mutt. So kooky stuff. But, when we're going through this and we're stepping out and we're expanding and we're becoming who we were meant to become here in this incarnation, we're going to encounter all of these things. And when I look back on it, I realize that these types of comments, situations, things like that were really doorways or gateways for me to step into a higher frequency version of myself. They were essentially the gates that I was unlocking. I needed to experience these things so that I could feel the emotions and the limiting beliefs that were coming up from within. And I look back and I realize that, these are keyboard warriors most of the time, and they're feeling safe in their little zone and really reflecting who they are in their commentary. So they're encountering their limiting beliefs. My content is triggering something within them, maybe something they know or feel deep inside, but are not yet ready to embrace. They're resisting it. So they lash out from a space of safety. Now, when you're going to be interacting with others, you're going to find situations that maybe you want to step out a little bit and start to discuss some of your experiences. There may be a little bit of hesitation there, but it's best to kind of tread that water and, again, take those steps forward when you're feeling guided to. I've started doing that more, been doing that for a while, but even more so lately, stepping out, talking more about my ET guide experiences and the Galactic Federation experiences with maybe family members that I haven't seen for a long time, people that don't really know that I am in this role now, that I've made a switch from a professional accountant into a guide, consciousness guide, a light worker. So it's interesting to be able to just freely step into that role when you're around others that maybe they're going to look at you with crazy eyes, right? But that's okay, because what we're doing is we are reflecting back to them who they really are. And that doesn't always feel comfortable at first. And it's also going to bring up things within you. When I do that, I feel a little bit of uncomfortableness. Sometimes you may question the decision to do it, but you move through it anyways, and you just let yourself expand and feel whatever comes up in the moment. I've had people that I've talked to. I know when my dad passed, when I gave his eulogy, there were people there that I haven't seen in a long, long time. And I was talking about how deceased relatives were coming forward, how my mom was coming forward, and things like that. And looking out, I remember just over the crowd, their eyes were like this, some of them. But I had people come up to me afterwards and start telling me about their experiences. So those of you that have been subscribers for a long, long time know that when my dad was sick and he was transitioning, we went through so many amazing experiences together. I talk about that in many of my YouTube videos. And that was something I felt that I wanted to share, the experiences that we had together. So I incorporated that into his eulogy. And for me, that was something that was uncomfortable to do, but yet I was guided to and felt that that was something I was ready to do. And again, that opened up communication and conversations with others who were going through very similar experiences. So when we don't share what we're going through, we can't reach people. We can't get our message out there. We can't get our story out there. And we can't assist those who are struggling. Maybe they're at the beginning of a spiritual awakening and not quite sure what's happening. So when we could get our content out, our message out, we open a door for those to be able to find us. Okay, so not everybody's going to resonate with you. The algorithms are a really interesting thing, especially, with Instagram and YouTube. Facebook, just these comments come in and it's interesting. But now I look at that and I think, wow, I'm reaching so many more people. They are finding me, or they're being served up my videos. They're actually watching them and they have an opinion on them. Okay, so to me, that's a shift in my outlook on those types of situations. And now I just kind of shrug that stuff off, kind of laugh at it, and I let it go. But it used to control me, okay, because I wasn't ready to really embrace my authenticity and wasn't quite grounded or anchored enough in who I truly was and why I was here in the mission that I had. And you may be going through that exact same thing. And I want to let you know that that is part of the process. So fully feel everything that comes up, but remember that it's a reflection of those who are commenting on your work, okay, or commenting on your message or challenging your message. Okay, it's very important to keep that perspective, but flip it around and say, wow, my message is getting out there to more and more people. So somebody may see your content and then they're going to get served up content from somebody else in a similar type of a niche, or maybe they're going to get served up more of your content and they're going to come across something that resonates, and that further plants a seed and further germinates that seed. Okay, that's how we really navigate the collective awakening. It's difficult to do it if we're not going to get out there and be authentic. Doesn't mean you have to be a content creator, doesn't mean you have to be online, but in your interactions with those throughout your day, maybe it's at the store, maybe it's at work, wherever, the health club, wherever it may be authentic, be yourself, and allow your light to shine. Just that fact, that being, can have such a huge impact on everyone that is around you in your proximity. And the more that you anchor that energy and embody that energy, the quantum effects are infinite. You can reach so many people with that energy. They will feel it without knowing exactly where it's coming from, but you were the one that put it out there for them to be able to tap into. And then they have a shift. They start to awaken and they start to connect with who they truly are, their truths, whatever they may be. Just remember, people's limiting beliefs are what's being reflected. That's what's being shown to you. It's not a personal thing. It's nothing against you. It's their limiting beliefs. And not everyone is ready to really dive in and start that reprogramming process, start that release of those programs and limiting beliefs. And that is entirely okay. But the validation in those situations, it's kind of good to know that you're reaching more people. I know from a spiritual perspective, we don't need validation, but I look at it in terms of evidence that my content, that my message is getting out there to more and more people. And that's what's important. I want to make it available to as many as possible. So again, if you're not online creating content, whatever, but yet you feel this calling to help others, to share your message, to share your story, embody that energy and do it throughout your day in all of your personal interactions. That is really all you need to do. That has such a profound effect. And as we do that together, we're going to see a massive shift in the collective as the frequency continues to rise. That is the gateway to allow New Earth to manifest. We become it here. We bring it here first. And we allow that to come forward, embody it, and allow it to come forward. This is the cause. That is the effect. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please do so and give this video a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.